Hey guys, in today's video, we're looking at the pies, who's relevant in Supercoach and who you should be considering for your team. Stay tuned. The pies. It's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever had a team where the one that won the premiership has so little relevant Supercoach players. Most people will probably be picking one. I've seemed to scrounge up four players who I think you guys should be looking at over the preseason, who you guys should be considering for your Supercoach teams, and here's the reasons why. I think starting it off, everyone is going to talk Nick Dacos. The big question with Nick Dacos is, hey, where am I playing this player? Am I playing him in the midfield or the back line? But even more so, are you going to pick him up at all? The early fixture means that he does play Finn McGuinness and then has his bye. So there is space, there is capacity for him to not score that well. For him to be a cheaper price, maybe round 6, 7, 8, once his kind of drop happens. Joe and I are very, very set and very adamant on you've got to start him if you want to have him. He might not even drop in price. Finn McGuinness might not even be best 22. The real question that a lot of people are going to have over the preseason, and with 62% of people owning him at the moment, I think we kind of know where the things are going at the moment. The big thing for Nick Dacos as well is where do you play him? If you pick him in the defense, you've only got really these two bench players to be able to cover his scoring for the best 18. And we know defender rookies generally don't score that well. If you've got him in the midfield, you might have a Sharp, a Hall, a McCullough, or a Roberts on your bench that you can swing into the midfield and get a half-decent score from these role player types. It's something that I'm toying up with at the moment, but Nick Dacos is in my side. Let me know down in the comments if he's in yours. Harry DiMattia is the next one that comes up. Bit of a cult figure already with that hair. Mate, if you haven't seen the photos, if you haven't seen some of the videos of him in his draft year, and some of his draft kind of preview in his first year as well, his first preseason, the information and the videos that Collingwood's been putting out have been really good. It's looking like this guy is going to play majority mid, which is what we like in Supercoach, but maybe not feature as early as some other players on this list. Bit of a watch list type player, maybe middle of the season after we finished our first log of downgrades, we can actually bring in Harry DiMattia there. So watch, carry him through the preseason, see what happens, but it's a non-starting one for me. Next up on our list is Bo McCreary. Now, Bo McCreary, Big J, what are you talking about? How do you have this player on your team, on your watch list? I look at him and I'm just like, there's opportunity there for him to get some real scoring. From all reports, he's made a bit of a move to the midfield. I don't know how the Pies midfield is going to look, but I'm looking at training reports. I'm looking at all this information that they're putting out saying, cool, he's going to get some real stints in that midfield. Maybe rotates with someone like a DeGoey or, God forbid, a Nick Dacos or whoever in the forward line. So one to watch over the preseason. There's a lot of competition for players at that 300K spot that you should be considering. Maybe McCreary is on the second tier of those players or the third tier, depending on who you're looking at. Last player we're going to talk about is Finn McRae. If you haven't checked out our live stream from today, you would have got our opinions on him. But McRae really does look like he's going to be playing majority mid-time. Every training report that comes out about him is just cool. Doing well, doing well, doing well. And as super coaches, that's what we love to hear. 152K, so he is a little bit more expensive. But I think in the forward line this year, there's a lot of opportunity for us to bring players like that in because we're not really going to have that many forward premiums to start the season. Finn McRae is currently in my team. If he plays majority mid, he might be the only McRae that I actually start this year, which is pretty scary because his brother Jackson, I did not have Jack McRae, but this is the year not to do that, and this is not a Doggies preview. So I know it was a quick one, guys, but there's only 3 or 4 really relevant players, and a couple of them I had to stretch out as well. Gone are the days of when we picked Pendlebury and Taylor Adams, who's no longer at the club. Jack Crisp, who a lot of people burnt in our backlines in previous years. So, yeah, maybe some other players will come through. I think definitely there's some space in the backline at Collingwood for maybe an Isaac Quaynor to jump up and kind of go to the next level. Just not really relevant in Supercoach. Let me know down below how you feel about my report. Am I missing on any players? Am I kind of not got things right. Bobby Hill, really good pick. You should take him. Let me know down below. We've got our Supercoach group coming. Well, we've got our Supercoach League as well. Jump on that. We've got 3 amazing prizes that you guys can win. Here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so you don't have to. Bye for now.